Okay, so it's what day is it today? 24th, January 24th at 7 o'clock. Welcome everyone to our stream. We're on week 6 now.
Yeah.
So we're getting better and we're starting on time. It's just gonna get better from here, guys. So today we're gonna dive into a few different topics. We're gonna talk again about Oakville. This is our third week now talking about Oakville. We love Oakville. I think after this week we will move on to a different topic, but we had a few other things we wanted to talk about before we finish on Oakville and maybe change up the topic. But how's your day going today, Asim?
Good so far.
Cool.
How's your day going?
It's going well. Excited to jump on the stream.
You like the weather?
The weather is freezing. It's very, very cold, but I think next week it's gonna get better. I think it's gonna get warmer. I hope so too. No, it's very, very cold, and I think February. Are you gonna get away anywhere in February, or are you staying here?
I'm trying.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah. So I mean, there's some news going on in the last week and a half. If you guys have noticed, the two big things is the tariffs with with Donald Trump saying that on February 1st he's going to enact them. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, a lot of uncertainty on the Donald Trump part.
Yeah.
I mean, people are confused what's going to happen next.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe nothing's going to happen, but let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. The other news in Canada, obviously you're seeing what's going on politically, but we do have the interest announcement coming next week on January 29th. And what's the expectation that they're going to drop it? I mean,
Yeah, I think so. They're going to drop it, but let's
yeah,
see.
yeah. I know people are asking me what's going to happen. Are they going to drop it? Are they going to keep it the same? It's just an opinion. I think they're going to drop it by maybe 25 basis points, maybe 50, but we'll see what happens, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, Austin, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, so we have some questions people ask us. This few people send us emails, some are the text messages.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to ask you these questions, and yeah, we need to answer the people, right?
Okay, so this is for the Oakville market.
Yeah, Oakville. Yeah,
Okay.
most of them in the Oakville, few in the Burlington area and Milton area, but most
Okay.
of them are in the Oakville area.
Okay, cool. So let's start it and let's jump into it. So
Okay,
again,
so-
Oakville real estate.
Yeah. So the first question is that are the builder making bedrooms on the primary level?
Are builders making bedrooms? So yeah, that's a very common question we get, even on the phone when people are calling into us. We have a lot of families that are looking for that option for the bedroom on the main level. So that is very rare with the detached properties. There are builders, that do add it from time to time, and normally there are builders that give you that option of having a den, like an office or a den on the main level, which can be converted into a bedroom. The bedroom is mainly because sometimes they have older family members, maybe their parents, that can't climb up the stairs, or it could be someone with some type of disability. So having that bedroom is really important. We've realized with a lot of people we speak with. Again, it's a customization that some builders can do. Fernbrook Homes, I've worked with them before where they can do the customization if there's already an office there. But it's a very rare feature that not a lot of builders do offer.
Mm-hmm. But I have seen some builders making elevators as well, and three-piece washroom.
Yep.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
What do you think?
yeah. So we do have a builder that just released a few houses last month. That's Green Homes, and they were giving the elevator option for $60,000. So basically, if you pay an additional $60,000, they would give you an elevator that would connect you from the basement all the way to the second floor, and even if there's an option where there's a loft, like it would connect you all the way to the third floor loft. So that is an option. Yeah, elevator is an
That's
option.
Good. That's good to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
not all builders offer it though,
Mhm.
but select few.
Oh,
few.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if there's a high demand project, what happens? What's the process of buying that one?
Yeah, so I mean, some people might think that houses are high demand right now, the way the market is
Yeah,
up and
that's
down.
true. Yeah.
But there are projects. There are projects in Milton and Oakville. We have two projects that we're expecting to have come in the next month and a half. And depending on how the builders price it out, if sometimes we've seen that builders, they actually go aggressive on the price and they price it much lower than what the market rate is at for pre-construction. We saw it last year, with a builder, Rosehaven Homes and Starlane Homes in Oakville. They did a very select release of houses. They only released 6 houses, six to 8 houses, and they created so much demand because the prices were low. and there were people waiting outside for 1 week to get a house. Like there were agents. Basically, what happens is that agents, they'll create like a list, and anyone that comes, they'll jot down that name on the list, because when they do the launch, say on Saturday or on Thursday morning, how can they determine who's in line? There's always going to be someone saying that, oh no, I was here first, or I was here first. So it's kind of like where agents come into the play to structure it in a way to create organization and to create stability. And actually, builders in a market like this, they actually are looking for kind of chaos. They're looking for a hype for people. Yeah. So we have situations where the project is super high demand, and they're going to be releasing houses maybe 3 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now, and we start to prepare our clients well in advance. We tell the clients that, look, this is what's coming out. These are the floor plans. These are the prices. This is the location. If you do like it, please prepare the worksheet in advance with us. Please get us your bank draft in advance, because there might be a chance that one of our team members is going to have to wait 4 days before the launch overnight. Like, I mean, it's a roll call, but basically what happens is that we show our face every day to keep our spot on the list. And this is something, again, which is regulated by the agents. So what I would say is that, for any high demand project, we tell our clients, be prepared. Be prepared, because you can't just expect, if the pricing is amazing, if the incentives are amazing, that you're going to walk in launch day and there's going to be an abundance of supply available. If the builders are pricing effectively, there's going to be a demand, there's going to be a lineup, and we're not going to wait outside for 4 or 5 days if our client is not serious, right? I mean, if we have clients that are serious and are interested in a specific product, in a project, we will spend a week and a half outside. If we have the bank draft in hand, we have the worksheet ready to go, and the client tells us, do whatever you can to get me this unit, we will do it. So that's just something for the clients.
Yeah, sometimes clients think we are pushing them to buy. I mean, yeah.
That's the thing. Sometimes clients think that, oh, like it's a selling tactic, that, oh, the demand is too high, we're not going to get the unit. It's not that. There are select projects where there's a really high demand because of the way that the builder has marketed it or the way that the builder has priced it out. So those specific projects, we have to tell the purchasers that, look, if you're really motivated to buy, if you're really serious, give us what we need well in advance, and we'll take care of the rest. So we have 2 projects coming out in Oakville, detached houses and townhouses from 2 prominent builders. And depending on how they price it, if they come in lower than the market to create a hype or to get traction, then we will let our clients know that, listen, it's not going to be a walk in the park to get these units. We have to prepare in advance, to have a chance of getting a lot.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So the next question is, these builders who are mass producing the homes.
Yeah.
Is it possible that we can make some changes in the exterior or interior?
Okay, so your question is that if like the mass producers, are there chances of customizing the layout?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, so basically with a lot of the it honestly, it's really subjective, right? Like Mattamy Homes, for instance, they don't do a lot of customizations. They have structural options that you can choose from. Mm-hmm. But if you're gonna walk into Mattamy Homes, for example, and say, hey, I wanna move this wall here, I wanna make this room bigger, I want to finish the basement, chances are with that builder, they're going to say, we don't do customizations, but you can choose from this list of structural upgrades. Mm-hmm. If you want to add this option, if you want to put a vaulted ceiling in the bedroom, they'll already have their options, like structural options, with their price points, and then you can choose based on those options what you want to add to the house. Mm-hmm. We have other builders, like Fernbrook Homes, for example, where they do allow for customizations to a certain extent. I mean, that's why Mattamy's a great builder, but Fernbrook Homes is one of my favorite builders, because they do allow, if the city allows for it, and if they have the grading, and if they have the space to do it, they will make the house bigger. They will move a wall. They will, do a lot of things, as long as it doesn't compromise the structural integrity of the house. And there's no safety issues to moving a wall, or there's a beam there, they can't move the beam. Mm-hmm. If they can do it, like, they'll do it. So that question, can mass producers customize? Yes, they can, but it's subjective, dependent on the builder, dependent on the project, and yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
And the next question is, are you guys working with the custom builders?
Yeah, so that's something we wanted to talk about because we do have clients that give us. We have we have picky clients that are looking for specific things, right? And then we ask them, okay, you know what? These builders, if they cannot meet your needs, would you consider custom builders? And then a lot of them they say, yeah, we would consider the custom route. We would build our own house, or maybe we buy a land and we can construct our own house. So, we do have that option. We do work with custom builders in Oakville, very prominent ones. One of the builders we work with is Adlaka Design. They actually purchase land. They can build a concept house for you. Along with the land, they can sell you the land, or you can bring your own piece of land, and they can price out the house depending on the size, depending on the finishes and the futures, all those factors. They can price out and tell you how much it would cost to build a custom home. So yeah, we do work with custom home builders, and that is for clients that are looking for a specific product. Example, if a client is looking for a 150 or 160 foot depth lot, majority of mass producers are not offering that in Oakville. They are offering a certain limited number of those options, but if you're looking for a 60 foot frontage by 160, 170 foot lot, you're gonna have to go the custom route. If you're looking for a number of specific finishes in the house, you might have to go that custom route. So, but I do want to be mindful that building a custom home is not necessarily gonna always be cheaper than buying from a mass producer.
Yeah,
right?
so we might want to tell the price of the per square foot price of the custom builders, right?
Custom builders, it varies. It varies depending where you are in Oakville. If you're looking to build your own house, custom house in Oakville, the average price per square foot, I would say, is between $400 to $600 per square foot, right? And that's just for the house. So, like, if you're building a house that's, say, 3,500 square feet, 3,500. I'll just take 500 square feet, or $500 per square feet. So your price over there is about 1.75 million to build your own house. That's not including the land cost. So that's kind of the rough idea. Like, again, it depends on like what you're looking to have in the house. Are you looking to have imported ceramic tile from Italy? Are you looking to have 100 pot lights? Are you looking to have a luxurious built kitchen? Are you looking to finish the basement with a huge sound system, home theater? It really depends, but the average is $400 to $600 per square foot. But we work with custom builders that take care of that whole process. So from start to finish, getting the approval from the city of Oakville, the permits, the architects, we have the architects in hand, the developers have them. What else is there? All the contractors, all the subcontractors, they manage the whole process from start to finish. We can connect people with those builders, and then they can share what options they can provide if someone's looking for the custom route.
And yeah, the next question is, these builders, the mass-produced builders, do they have 50-foot lots available?
There are a few builders that have 50-foot lots, because that's a lot of people that buy in Oakville that have the money to buy. They are looking for bigger lots. And right now, a lot of mass producers, they're building the cookie cutter lots, 38 by 90 feet, 42 by 90 feet. So we have people that are always asking us, are there any 50-foot lots for the pre-construction? We do have some lots remaining with Fernbrook Homes in South Oakville. We have some 50-foot lots there. They're 50-foot frontage by 170-foot depth, and they're beautiful homes. And like Fernbrook can customize those homes from start to finish. Even though they are a mass producer, they give the option for the home buyer to customize. They actually give you your own designer, 60 days they give you, where you can make any customizations inside the house, outside of the house. So we do have options there, but they're pricey. They're starting from $3.8 million for the single car garage detached, and 4.1, sorry, for the double car garage detached. And then in North Oakville, 50-foot lots, it's very limited. We probably will have some coming up, but as of right now, we don't have any 50-foot lots as of right now. We have 45s and 42s. We have some assignment sales people can buy, but we just got a question. I think Asim's microphone is not working. Asim, maybe you have to speak a bit louder.
Okay.
Let me see if I can put the sound up. Thank you, Katie, for that. Yeah, so I mean, 50 50-foot lots is very hard to come by. In resale, in Oakville, you can get resale 50-foot lots. You have a better chance getting 50-foot lots there. Like I said, we have a few projects in 50-foot lots, and then you build your own custom house. If you're really looking for a 50, 60, 70-foot frontage, then you can build your own custom house.
Okay.
I think you have to talk a little bit louder, Asim.
So, but what's the alternative if you don't have 50-foot lot? I mean, what's the alternative for that?
Yeah, I think I just gave the answer actually at the end there. The alternative would be to build a custom home. You know, if the builder is not offering a 50-foot lot and the client is not interested in going the resale route, even though there are some really good resale options. Actually, this location right here, East Lake, we have a lot of really nice houses there with bigger lots. But that option would be then to build your own house. But I had a call with a client a few days back, and they were looking to get a house under $3 million. Custom home builders in Oakville will not build a house under $3 million. So people have to be aware that if they're looking for that type of lot size and they want to go the custom route, they're going to have to spend at least $3 million plus. Yeah, it's going to be expensive.
Okay, and what is the latest closing date the builders are offering right now?
Yeah. As of right now, if you were to book a property in Oakville, a detached property, the latest closing date on paper we can get would be maybe 2026. 2026 closing. And yeah, that would be it right now. Because with detached, they build a house within a year to year and a half. It's not a condo where you book a property and then it's going to be ready in 3-4 years. If you're on the 50th floor of a 60-foot high-rise building, they're not going to get to your floor for some time. A low-rise is a little bit different. You book a property, normally within 1 year to 1.5 years, the property is ready. So right now, if someone is calling us and saying, hey, I'm looking for a low-rise, but I'm looking for a closing in 2027 or 2028, unfortunately, sir, ma'am, we won't be able to get you that closing right now. What we can get you on paper would be a 2026 closing. There is a chance of delay, but you have to be ready for your closing date. So you have to expect you're going to close sometime in 2026. That's going to be the time.
Okay, and when it comes to delay, like how much delay we're looking at?
Very good question. We get this question sometimes. So builders, on average, I would say 3 to 6 months is not out of the ordinary. Mattamy Homes is one of those unique builders because they're such a big builder and they have such a big team. We've seen them put up houses in like 5 or 6 months from scratch to completion. So I would say with Mattamy Homes, a lot of the houses are built on time. Within maybe there's a 1 or 2 month delay. We have one client, Monica, who has a closing that's been delayed by 2 months. I have another client, they were supposed to close in December of 24. It's been pushed now to February. But Mattamy is normally really good. A lot of the other builders, I would say 3 to 6 months is not out of the ordinary. You can expect that could be a chance where they can delay the house. Yeah.
Okay. And okay, what are the average lot size for the home in the Oakville?
In Oakville, the average lot size.
Yeah.
So if you're booking a detached property, a single car garage detached property, the average lot size in Oakville would be 34 feet. If you're booking in Milton, that same single car garage detached house would be 30 feet frontage. If you're booking a 2-car garage detached house, the entry level frontage would be 38 feet frontage. And if you're if you're in Milton, it would be 36 feet. Normally, we have some 38 feet lots actually in Milton as well. But that would be the entry level for the 2-car garage detached house. And then after that, anything above 38 feet would be kind of like considered now like a premium lot. Once you're hitting 40, 42, 45, 50, those are considered kind of premium lots. The frontage is bigger. And the depths right now, they're around 90 feet. They're not huge. They're around 90 feet. If you're looking for a lot right now in pre-construction, sorry, I'm talking about pre-construction. If you're looking for a lot in for the frontage and depth, 38 is pre-construction, but depth would be 90 feet would be the standard. 100 feet, 110 feet, 120 feet, that becomes a premium lot in Oakville for pre-construction now. So if someone is really looking for 120, 130 foot lot depth, 40 plus foot, they might have more options in the at a cheaper price point in resale. Yeah, the prices are going up now.
And this question, I think some realtor asked you this question.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the clients who are pushing you to find a home cheaper than the market, and yeah, that's the question. And with the low budget and with the low.
Yeah, good question. We get this a lot, especially in Oakville, because we have a lot of people that want to live in Oakville. They love that market, but they're not really aware of the budget. So that's our job to educate them on the Oakville market. It is an expensive market. We understand that. So, it might not fit a lot of the clients' budget. But we do have clients from time to time that say, you know what, do what you can, find me the house. My budget is this. And we just like to be transparent. We have to say to them, listen, we're not going to be able to find your house at this budget. It's as simple as that. If you're looking for a detached property in Oakville, pre-construction, 2-car garage, and you want to spend 1.6 million, that's your max. I will not be able to find you a house in Oakville. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste Asim's time. So we can get you that option in Milton. We have options in Milton, 2-car garage, detached houses that are starting as low as 1.3 with Mattamy Homes. Milton is a great market, a great alternative to Oakville. It's not Oakville, but it's very close, and we can get houses that are $400,000 or $500,000 cheaper than in Oakville. If someone comes to us and says, look, my budget is 1.75, can you get me something in Oakville detached? We can work with that budget in resale. We can work with that budget in resale, and we can tell them, look, pre-construction might be tough. We might be able to squeeze you into something in resale in Oakville for a 2-car garage, resale, detached house, 10 to 15 years old. We might be able to get you something 1.75 to 1.8. Brand new, you're going to have to be at least 1.8 plus. At least 1.8 plus. We'll see where the market goes. I mean, people are saying now the market's going to go lower. Like we talk to a lot of people. People have all types of theories. I don't think the market will go lower. It could though. Who knows? But yeah. So I mean, when budgets are, if they're just not attainable, we just mention to the clients that look, maybe this is not the right market for you. There's no point, trying to give them a false promise. So I think the best way for us is to be black and white with the clients, and the expectation also that prices are going to drop $200,000-$300,000. Sometimes we get that from clients too. Hey, I think the market's is gonna go down, so give me a call maybe in a few months. Prices are not going to drop that much in the span of 2 or 3 months. So we have to be realistic with the budget. Yeah.
And they must be hoping for the tariffs from Trump. And
Yeah.
must be hoping that price goes that down, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we don't have a crystal ball, right?
Yeah.
Like we've seen crazier things happen, and but we're just going based on the trends of the market for the last 12 months, right? We've seen the builders drop the prices, but if they have priced a house for 1.9 million in pre-construction, from that peak to now, they're not going to drop it to 1.5. Maybe 80K, 90K, 100K, 150K. We might be able to push the builder, but we have to be realistic with the budgets,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but I might want to tell I want to tell the correlation between the Canadian dollar and the Canadian real estate.
Yeah.
Whenever the Canadian dollar was low, there was more real estate activity, and
Yes.
People purchased more.
Yeah.
And maybe they were the foreign buyers. They purchased. Right now,
Yeah.
there are a lot of restrictions when it comes to the foreign
Foreign
buyers.
ban. Yeah, exactly.
But the correlation historically, I mean, whenever it's down,
Yeah.
there was more activity in the real estate. People purchased more properties.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so you're saying basically that before we had the foreign ban in place, when the Canadian dollar would drop, it would give an avenue for more foreign investors to
Yeah.
come into the market
Yeah.
because they're getting more buying power, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. But now you're saying that because the foreign ban has stopped, the rate, our dollar is dropping, and then on top of it, we're not getting foreign buyers that can
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, and then with the tariffs too. So yeah, I think it's inevitable that. Would you agree that eventually they're going to have to open up the foreign investment? Like they're going to have to allow for foreign investment to pull back into Canada,
yes,
right?
Yes. There's
Yeah.
so many other things where you can help the Canadian buyers,
Yeah.
Canadian people who wants to buy their first home, right?
Yeah.
But stopping foreigners to buy the properties, buy the
Mhm.
real estate in Canada,
Yeah.
that's I believe not a good decision. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean I think that was a whole plan was for them to basically give an option, give an avenue for local for local people to be able to buy in the market, right? I think that's why they eliminated the foreign ban. But I mean, the prices are still very high. So by eliminating this foreign ban to control the prices from continuing to increase, that's fair. But I think the prices are still high everywhere, and it's still a difficult entry point for first time home buyers. People that are born and brought up here, and they're young families, young couples are looking to get into the market and make their first purchase. I think it's still the prices are still very expensive, and I think it comes down to the government putting more emphasis on eliminating the red tape and bringing down their fees, right? Their development fees and their levies. We've seen it with Vaughan, though.
Yeah.
Right? We've seen it with Vaughan.
Yeah, with the Vaughan 30%, I believe they reduced the
The development charges.
The development charges.
Yeah.
They do that. They
Yeah.
did that, and
Yeah, we were speaking with a custom developer yesterday, and we brought that up, and was saying the same thing, that they're hoping that they can bring that to Oakville. They can bring the levies down, because, I mean, the builders eat up a lot of those levies, and then a lot of it's passed over to the purchaser, and it's not helping the cost, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what area is more expensive in Oakville, North Oakville or the South Oakville?
Good question. So yeah, Oakville has different pockets. If you're comparing on paper North Oakville to South Oakville is definitely considered a more desirable part of Oakville. It's closer to the lake. There's more preserved land there. The schools are very high ranked, prestigious schools. Abbey Park is one of them. So, and downtown Oakville, it's a lot of boutique mom and pop shops. It's very beautiful downtown Oakville in the summertime. You got the yacht club actually, which is right behind me. The yacht club is there in towards South Oakville. So South Oakville is more desirable on paper. We're noticing a lot of the younger families that are looking to buy in Oakville. They actually like North Oakville because their families are in Mississauga or Brampton, and they have a closer proximity. When you're in South Oakville, you're a little bit further out from Mississauga and from the GTA core. So it's not to say, on paper, I would say that South Oakville is a more expensive and a more desirable part of Oakville. But I would say in terms of what we're noticing with buyers, it's a mix. We have people that are buying a lot in North Oakville and a lot in South. And there's more development happening in North Oakville because there's more land there, right? So, but definitely, if you're an older couple that's looking to downsize, or if you are a more, I don't know, like there's a specific demographic that wants to be in South Oakville. They want to be close to the lake. They want to be close to that calm and that serenity that you might not be getting as much now in North Oakville with all the density happening, with all the builders building there, right?
Yeah,
So-
and this is the last question we have today.
Yeah.
That is, where are you finding the most demand within the Oakville?
The most demand within Oakville, good question. It's kind of a mix, but I would say that we have a lot of people that are interested in North Oakville. This question kind of piggybacks on the previous question you asked me. So I think a lot of people like North Oakville. They like Dundas and Trafalgar, Dundas and 8th Line. That's a pretty hot pocket in Oakville. And especially someone that is in that range of, let's say, for a single or a double car garage between 1.5 to 2.2, 2.3 million. I would say North Oakville is very desirable in demand. And South Oakville, if you're touching on a higher price point, 2.5 plus, then obviously those people are more geared towards South Oakville. But Oakville in general, there's a lot of demand. There's a lot of demand overall. That's why we love this market. We've seen in the last month actually a lot of deals happening in Oakville. So we've seen tons of deals happening.
Yeah, so I want you to show those properties actually. Two properties.
Yeah, for sure.
Recently sold in Oakville.
Yeah. Are we done with the questions for now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because we're registered to a few different platforms which allow us to keep track of what's going on in Oakville, and we're always seeing what kind of volume is happening there. And this month actually we saw a lot of volume, and we saw a lot of people that were buying expensive properties. Like I think I showed you a few like $2.5-3 million properties. So I'll pull it up here.
There are 39 properties sold in last 1 month in Oakville.
Yeah, 39 properties. Now these are freehold and these are only detached.
Oh,
So we're focusing on the detached. If we're looking at townhouses as well, based on what we see on MLS, sometimes things are not updated completely, but there's about 62 properties that moved in Oakville between now and January 2024. So that's quite good. But if we're focusing just on the detached, that's a pretty good price actually, 1.1.
oh, I like the house.
Actually, this one sold today, January 24th. So 1.1, it's a 3+2 detached bungalow. And it looks like, I just want to see the lot size. Yeah, this type of lot, this is something that someone might buy if they want to build their own house, right? If you see the client remarks, it also says here, excellent opportunity for first-time home buyers or investors. So someone would buy this lot, they would get the zoning done on it, and eventually they'd build their own house on here. So that is a good lot. But I just want to see I just want to see the size of it. 44 by 138.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lot. For the Oakville, it's a good lot, huh?
Yeah, it's a good lot. Yeah, it's a good lot. What else is there? I actually, what I want to do, I want to see 0 to 5 years old, because I think that's a good comparison. If you're comparing pre-construction to resale, I would like to see something that's fairly new. Maybe it's a few years old, but I would like to see what's sold. We can even do new as well, because sometimes builders also put their pre-construction homes on MLS. So this is what I'm seeing here. So this one sold on the 7th of this month. See, this is a good price. I mean, so like I said, single car garage detached, you can get pre-construction in Oakville around 1.6. So this is a resale property in rural Oakville. This one sold for 1.550. So it is slightly less than what you would probably pay for pre-con. And don't forget, pre-con has closing costs that are not factored in, right? Like development charges, levies. There's a few other miscellaneous costs that you have to pay, right? So this one is let me see, so it was listed for 1.65. It sold for 1.550, and it's what is it? 0 to 5 years old, 36 by 90 foot lot. It's a pretty good lot size too.
Yeah, for the single car garage, it's a good lot.
Yeah. And the house looks pretty good looking.
Yeah, they have stone and bricks outside.
Yep, they got hardwood flooring, 12 by 24 tile. They got steel pickets. So I mean, if the house is well maintained, it looks like they have smooth ceilings here as well. So yeah, if it's an older house but it's well maintained, I mean, there's good value there. One thing that we didn't mention, the assignment sales. We have a lot of assignment sales in Oakville right now.
We have a lot of assignment sales in our database. So yeah, in case someone is looking at cheaper than that, they can find it here. Like their house is sold for 1.5 million. Maybe you can get it in 1.4 with the assignment sale, like distress assignment sale. We have a lot of them.
Yeah, there are distress sales right now. So if anyone is looking for a really good deal, distressed deal, you guys can reach out to us. I wanted to show you this house over here. So this is actually a Fernbrook pre-construction house. For anyone that is in Oakville looking for a big lot, looking for 50-foot frontage, this is a 50 by 170 foot lot. And this is a pre-construction that was listed on MLS. And this house sold for 4.5 million. This one sold, when did this one sell? On the 6th of this month, right? So going back to, my discussion, people that are looking for a big lot and they want to be in South Oakville, I mean, that's the price point. And honestly, Fernbrook has priced them fair, because I've looked at the resale in Old Oakville, in that neighborhood. For this type of product, this is probably a 3,000 to 3,500 square foot product, and it looks like they're maybe finishing the basement as well. That's the rate in Oakville. And
when this house should be closing?
This house will be closing most likely in 2026. Yeah, this will be closing in 2026. It's right next to Oakville Trafalgar Community Center. So we still have a few lots left here with this builder, with Fernbrook. We still have a few lots remaining. But I'm not lying to anyone here. Like, when you look at the site plan, I mean, they've done extremely well here. Like, most of their lots are sold. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have about 6 lots, detached lots, on a 20 plus detached site. So that's a new though. That's not a resale, but looking at resale, oh, that's also a new one there. I'm trying to see like a more comparables on the resale. Maybe I'll go 6 to 15. 2.85, 2.93, 1.5. That's another one there, 1.5, 536. Yeah, cool. Okay. So, any other questions for today?
Yeah,
Awesome.
we are done for today. And this is
Okay.
it for today, guys. If you have any questions for the next podcast, you can write us email or maybe send us a text message, and we will
Yeah.
try to answer all the questions in the next podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about, like I said, we want to talk about Dubai real estate. We have a lot of people that are inquiring about Dubai. We have our sales office here in Mississauga, which is all decorated with Dubai properties. We work with a number of developers there, so we have a bunch of questions and answers that we want to get to for Dubai. We're gonna do a session talking about in detail the first-time home buyer process. For someone who's looking to book a property, what are all the closing costs involved? And what other topics can we talk about? Anything else specific?
Yeah, for now, I would like to tell about the first-time home buyers. We are going to have a session for the first-time home buyers. We are going to give all the details from start to finish for the first-time home buyers. So yeah, please stay tuned for that one, and we'll write email and notifications you'll get before the podcast. Yes.
Awesome. Have a good weekend, everyone, and we'll see you guys next week.
Have a good weekend. Take care.